Okay, this is a pretty typical problem. Remember, the rule says you can only capitalize interest if it meets various rules. It has to be actually being spent, work has to be done, and all that. So they tell us all that's done. So then they say, these are the liabilities that this company had. Let's figure out the amount of interest that we can capitalize using the specific interest method. Now, this is not the method where you capitalize the lesser of the actual interest or the capitalizable interest. This is the specific interest method. In other words, we know specifically what interest we have. So we know for a fact that all of the interest for this, so 9% of that works out to $135,900. So at a minimum, we know that's capitalizable. Now we have to figure out the average accumulated expenditures. And that's those two added together and then divided by 2. Okay? So that's our average accumulated expenditures. So that's what we have. So altogether, if our average accumulated interest is $20.50, and we know that $15.10 of it is for the construction loan, we have to assume all but a small part of that is for general business purposes. So specifically, we're going to subtract that, and we're going to say $540,000 is the amount of the average interest that we can apply to this building. Now the problem is we have to figure out what the interest rate on that is. And we have to do that as follows. Let me just grab a hunk of paper here. We have one note for $20.50 at 8%. And we have another note at $20.50 at 4%. You do that, we come up with, this is what, 164,000, and this is 82,000. I do funny math. So $246,000 is our interest. So we borrowed $4,100,000. We paid $246,000 interest. How much is that? What is the weighted average interest rate? 246 divided by 4,100,000, 5%. So we'll take that 5% times this 540. So 540 times 5%, and that gives us 32,400. We'll add this and this, and that's the amount of interest we'll capitalize, 168,300, using the specific interest method.